Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and today we are finally getting started on planting up my garden for the fall, and I'm going to be showing you a recent shopping haul of some garden supplies and some very cool fall decorations. Okay, so we are in the front garden, and I just gotta say, my garden has never looked this good at the end of the summer. Feeling really good. I really loved all of this lantana that I planted. It really filled in well. I think I planted too much lantana. It went really bonkers, but it's looking really good. But today we're going to be really focusing on this space right here. So I'm going to basically start by cutting out most of this lantana. This lantana is called confetti lantana, and it is an annual in my area, so it will not come back next year. But I want to go ahead and cut it out because this is where I want to put a bunch of beautiful fall color. Okay, so I got that all pulled out. So I have a ton of weeds. I don't know what kind of weed this is, but these grow crazy. Got grass. I have a bunch of celosia seedlings. I must have planted celosia here at one time. It's point. There were easily 50 seedlings in there. Okay, I also have a few other things. I've got some gaillardia that has just done incredibly poorly. So I'm just pulling it up and pulling it out. My other deal is I have this allium right in front of me that I planted a few years ago, and it's one of those serendipity alliums, and I just don't really enjoy it, especially in this location. And I definitely could like move it, but I got stuff to do and I don't want to move it today. I'm just not for it. So I think I'm going to pull it out, y'all. I think I'm just going to get rid of it. It's not something I really enjoy, so might as well just let it go. So let me pull out a few more stuff in here, just cleaning it all up. So I've got this allium right here. So it's got a bunch of separate little bulbs. I don't know. Maybe I should separate these bulbs and make multiple plants out of it. Okay, I'm going to put it aside. We'll see if we can replant it somewhere else in a later point in time. Okay, let me just finish cleaning up in here. All right, and I think I'm going to drastically take back this salvia too. And it should reflush one more time before we get a frost. And I've also got a, I think it's a Cardona salvia here. Just give it a little bit of trim back. Some of its older stuff. See if we can't get it to reflush. Okay, so let's talk about the goal. So right here, the goal is color, color, color. That is the ultimate goal right here. Everything around it is mostly green tones. And back in the back at the porch, we'll have a bunch of my Halloween decorations and stuff. But right here, we're really wanting color. And one of the ways I'm going to add color is with some metal pumpkin signs that I got this year. And I've got multiple to put in multiple points of the garden. So let me start by installing the first one because it's going to be a backdrop to the floral in front of it. Okay, I picked these up from Hobby Lobby, and basically in the past I've done a bunch of like fresh pumpkins, but I've found it kind of a little bit more wasteful than what I'm wanting, and I want something that can have multiple years and that can transition for my Halloween decor. So I've got this pumpkin. I was kind of thinking about putting it right around this area, just like that. And I've got multiple of these, so they'll be tucked into different portions of the garden, almost to kind of resemble a little bit of a pumpkin patch. So I really like the look of that one. I'm going to move this sculpture over a little bit. And then so now what I want to do is I want to contrast with the pumpkin. So A good contrasting color for pumpkins is typically blue. I don't have any blue flowers, but another good one to go with it is purple tones. So you can see by planting some of these beautiful concoleus that I've grown from seed, I'm going to do kind of just a wash of them across the back, and then in front of them I'm going to do a bunch of petunias. But let's go ahead and kind of spread out some of these coleus. So we have a nice full look, and then I really want it to continue to fill out throughout this season. And for those of you who've been following my journey, growing coleus from seed is very easy. Really enjoyed the whole process, and I'm really obsessed with the quality of plants I've been able to get. Now I am going to tuck in some of these green coleus, but I'm not going to tuck them in closer to the pumpkin, because you lose the pumpkin a little bit because we already have green behind the pumpkin. So by having the purple pink tones, the purple red tones, that works a little bit better. And we'll just tuck some of these in here. Maybe one more green. So I think we'll do that first. Now I am going to add in a little bit of flower tone with each of these, because we still have about 10 weeks before our first frost. The coleus will not survive the first frost. It's usually one of the first things to go for me anytime we get cold. But it will last until mid-November for me. Okay, and you can see how the coleus kind of just creates a foundation. Having a little bit of the green kind of pops, looks really good. So now this front portion that's left, we're going to fill in with petunias. And this particular variety of petunias is called Burgundy Cascade. And it should fill in real nicely as these beautiful burgundy tones. So we're going to tuck that in to, and we're going to extend a little bit that way, tuck it into this portion of the garden. I think it's going to look nice. This right here is a mum that's starting to bud up, and it has beautiful purple burgundy mums, which I think would be really nice. We have a little bit of red burgundy on the tip of these mini hollies. I think that's going to look good. I think it also ties in well with the fountain grass that we planted earlier this summer, in expecting it to be beautiful for fall. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. Let's get that knocked out. Super nice to add some of that color in. And you can see the color story starting to happen, right? We've got like this burgundy, magenta color in the front, deep reds, the coleus. Then you can see that tying in the fountain grass and purple heart, and some more coleus back over there, and coleus tucked in here. I think it looks really pretty. It looks good now, and it's not even filled in. So give it a couple of weeks. Be really nice. Love all the red tips on the holly starting to come to fruition. It looks good. So the next area we're going to do, not doing it today, we're going to do it a different day, is this front curve. And we're going to actually perhaps transplant some of these. I haven't really decided some of the zinnias, But we're going to fill in all of this space right here. We're going to have some more larger versions of that pumpkin tucked in here. So that's going to be really fun to do. I probably want to leave the orange, the Luscious Marmalade lantana. It's really pretty. But I might take out some of the other lantana over there. But you can see the purple and the burgundy. It's a lot of purple burgundy wine color going to be introduced. My hibiscus is starting to turn colors for the fall. We might cut it back a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. It depends. Maybe I want to put my giant pumpkin there with the smaller pumpkins. I'm not sure. Oh, but that feels so good to be able to get the first of the fall planting in. Looks great. Okay, let's go inside. I want to show you all some of the things from my latest shopping haul for gardening stuff and fall decor. Okay, so a couple of things. I also got these other additional pumpkins. I got an additional one of the one I already had. And that's the one that we already put out there today. And then I got a big one, and I might go pick up a few more. And I got all these from Hobby Lobby. And I think the big one was $30 and then 40% off of that. Okay, let's look at a few other things I've got in the mail for some different stuff. So I did get, let me get a box cutter. I did order some more ranunculus corms from Etsy. Now I don't usually get them through Etsy. I think I usually get them through Eden Brothers. This is so expensive through Eden Brothers, and I didn't want that many corms. So instead I ordered where I can just get a few corms from this place called Easy to Grow on Etsy. And they're both ranunculus salmon. See if it has the pricing on here. It does not have the pricing on here. It says I ordered one 10-pack, but it looks like they sent me two 10-packs. I don't know. Looks pretty good. So we'll be getting those started pretty soon. I also ordered some handmade pottery from my second cousin, Sarah. And her business is called Goods by Sarah. And every once in a while, like every couple of times a year, she'll drop just like a set of ceramics that she's created, handmade ceramics. And I enjoy owning some of it. I like that she doesn't do like giant pieces. And she does kind of smaller stuff, which is more in scale with how I live my life. So let's look at the first piece. And for those of you who don't know, I used to be a ceramics artist, so I have an appreciation for handmade ceramics. Okay, we got this first little vase with a beautiful mottled finish, speckled finish. Looks great. It's got her signature SH on the bottom for Sarah Harvey. I thought that would be absolutely beautiful for some flowers, some cut flowers. And all of her stuff is one of a kind. So she doesn't like replicate multiples. Next, I get this other sweet little green vase. It's got some really pretty ceramic or some glaze movement that's turned blue. Also for flowers. And I love these for fall tones. And then last, I got a bowl, and beautiful bowl that I'm probably going to use for like berries or as like a trinket bowl or just like seed gathering or something like that. I think would be really pretty. And its glaze matches the glaze on this little vase. So I think even just together, they're really pretty stacked. So really excited about that. Okay, I also ordered several things from Temu. I wanted to show you a few of them. Some of them you're going to see and some of them they're not. So these pillow covers are pillow covers that I ordered that are going to be for inside on my couch. Just a really pretty velvety finish. And I like to do really like a witch's approach to my Halloween decor. So really like the dark tones of that. And I've gotten to where I don't buy full-blown pillows anymore for holidays or decor and stuff. I like to buy the covers because then I can change them out. It's easy to clean, works really well. So I got two of that color. And then to complement it, I got the same pattern in a little bit of a different color, a little bit more autumn tones. So you can see the two of these together, how pretty that's going to be. And these are for inside on my couch. Got two of those. And I like buying the covers. They're just less expensive, easier to deal with. I also picked up this pillow cover. It was only like $1 or something. So I thought it was cute with the skeletons. And I like the colors mixed in with the two pillows that I purchased. So I think that's going to be a really fun one as well. I also picked up some more faux branches from Temu because I like to incorporate fall branches or faux branches into my fall decor. And I bought some to go in the hanging basket that I have up there that currently has the purple heart. So I really like they were like orange berry looking things. So I picked up some of those, 2 packages of that. I think those will be really fun to arrange in the space. I also picked up a banner, and I like to put a banner. I have an idea for a banner on one of the walls where I'm also going to have like a broom that I've been working on. And it was all these kind of vintage cards. And so I will be basically attaching these cards to a string. But I really like the vintage look of the cards. I thought they were just beautiful. Inexpensive. If they get messed up in the rain, you know, or in the weather, it's no big deal. And they come with a little string, but I'm probably going to do my own string. Probably do like a really pretty like velvet ribbon. But this is a really great way to cover a lot of space on a wall. Bye. Have fun. My husband and son are heading out to football practice. Okay, let's talk through a few more things. I was at Hobby Lobby today, so I picked up a few more different dried and faux floral elements. These kind of little wheat natural blooms and bunches of little kind of wheat looking grass dried things I thought would look really cool. A lot of the plants that I'm growing from seed have the burgundies and the purples and those deep colors, so I really needed to bring in some orange in a different way. This is what they look like. And I think worked into all of that ornamental millet grass that hasn't put off its seed heads yet, I can work this in and have a really cool look. Also picked up a little bit of yellow to tuck in. And I love mixing silk faux branches with real plants. I picked up some of the wheat color. And then like I said, I like a witch's vibe, especially on my porch and inside my house. So I picked up something to add a little bit of height because most of the flowers most of the things I grew from seed are shorter, with the exception of the ornamental millet. And so I picked up some of these I thought were pretty, kind of the black tone to add a little height. And then to add some interesting texture, I picked up these guys that look like seed pods or nuts or something. I just really like the texture. I thought they look like something that would be grown in a witch's garden. I thought it would be cool. And then I picked up like a variety of pumpkin picks. I just add to this every year, and I like tucking those. And if you can imagine some of these tucked in amongst those colors that we were just looking at. We were just looking at that coleus and that beautiful petunias with that burgundy tone, and then tucking some of these in amongst those is really going to pop and look really good in the containers. And by doing that, when my first frost comes around in mid-November and a lot of my plants kind of die off at that point in time, then I still have a lot of these silk blooms and faux branches and stuff tucked in. And then that kind of just pushes it through for the rest of through Thanksgiving until we get to Christmas time on my front porch. So I really, really like the combination of fresh and faux. I know that's unusual, but I'm in for it. And then lastly, I picked up these 2 brown vases. I thought they had a really witchy vibe to them, and they were on sale for 40% off. So this one, regularly $10, was 6. Really like that. And then I got the smaller version of it too. This one was regularly 7, 40% off. And I really like that brown vibe. And I don't know if these are going to go inside or if these are going to be outside. I haven't really decided. what I'm going to do with that, with these yet, but I think that they could look cool just like sitting on the table in front, on the front porch. These could look really cool tucked on my kitchen shelves because I set my kitchen shelves up like a witch's laboratory. So I have tons of like bottles that look like poison and potions and all that cool stuff, which is really, really fun. Okay, so feeling really good. It is officially fall for me. I don't care if it's 100 degrees tomorrow. I'm pretending it's fall here now. So I am switching into gears. This week I am planting, planting, planting. That is the goal. I need to get all those things that I grew from seed. I need to get them out and into the garden and growing. That is the goal for those. So I'm really excited about that. And then once I get a good amount of that stuff in, then I will switch to focusing on the porch and the decor for Halloween on the porch. Really excited about that. And like I said, that witchy vibe, I love it. I'm here for it. Absolutely. This is the time of the year where all the books on my nightstand are like witch inspired fall Halloween type books. I really love anything like that at this time of year. And I typically change my reading to match whatever season I'm doing. But yeah, I'm pretending it's fall. I'm going for it. But it was like down into the 70s today, which is wonderful. Now I think it's going to get a little bit warmer this weekend, but not too bad. It's not going to be 100. So that's awesome. So really looking forward to getting all of this started. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing inspiration and a little bit of my planning and idea when I'm planting out plants in a garden for something like fall, especially incorporating a little bit of that yard art or that garden art in there. Just wanted to see my thought process. I don't just stick them randomly. I really kind of do think about how I want to showcase the plants and the yard art. All right, y'all, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow my channel so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below letting me know you made it to the end and that you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she likes to be. Thanks, y'all.